Okay, year one Friday, we finally made it. Last day, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a break at the weekend, especially a few mums and dads. Anyway, okay, we're gonna start off with some missing number addition practice. We did some of these yesterday with our number bonds to 10. Today we're just gonna do them with some random numbers. Okay, so we have, for our first one, we have something add 5 equals 9. So I know that we need to get to 9, and I know that we have 5, and all I need is 2 numbers to get there. So I've got 5, and I want to find out how many more I have to add on to get to 9. Remember, it doesn't really matter what order these are written in. This might have said 5 add something equals 9. It means the exact same thing. As long as you have one number on this side, you can get to this answer. So I've got 5. I'm going to put that 5 in my head. I'm going to count down, see how many more it takes me to get to the answer of 9. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took me 1, 2, 3, 4. It took me 4 more to get there. I think this went down a big hit yesterday. Hope enjoyed it, didn't you, Hope? Okay. Say where our next one is, okay. Something add 1 equals 2. Also the same as 1 add something equals 2. Well, if I have 1 and I want to get to 2, that's a nice easy one, isn't it? 1 add 1 makes 2. Okay, next one. Oh, a number bond to 10, because the number bond to 10 is 2 numbers which make 10. So I've got 10, I've got 2, I want to get from 2 up to 10. How many more could I take to get there? So 2 in my head, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 add 8 makes 10, or 8 add 2 makes 10. Let's put that 8 in. Another way you could do it, of course, is you could take away 2 from 10. So you could put 10 in your head and count back to 10, 9, 8. You're going to get the same answer, obviously. Okay, we'll do one more and then I'll leave you to do some practice, okay? So this time it says something add 8 equals 11. So we want to get from 8 and see how many more we need to get to take us to 11. So 8 in our heads. Let's count down to 11. 9, 10, 11. So 8 add 3 equals 11. Okay, year one, I'm going to leave that game on. It's on the Funky Mummy, that's hard to say. It's on the Funky Mummy menu at the start, so you can just select it. Missing number questions, I think it's called. Okay, so back to our multiplying and dividing, which we're focusing on. I think we've got one more week of this, and then we're going to learn about fractions. Then we've got lots of other things to learn about after that. Money, shapes, patterns. The list goes on. The list is endless. Okay, so can we think of a number, story, or puzzle for this picture? So I'm going to do this one. This is a nice easy one. So I have, remember we're counting in 5s, and he has 5 bananas. So I have one group of 5, or one group of 5 makes 5. There's one group of 5 in 5, or one group of 5 makes 5. Okay, let's look at this next one. And we'll count how many groups of 5 I have first of all. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups of 5 makes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 6 groups of 5 makes 30, or there are 6 5s in 30. Or if I just looked at that and I counted up the children individually, 1, 2, 3, 4, and got to 30, I could work out how many 5s are in it by using my fingers. So how many 5s are in 30? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There are 6 groups of 5 in 30, or 6 multiplied by 5 is 30, or 6 lots of 5 is 30, or 6 groups of 5 is 30, or 6 sets of 5 is 30. There's so many different ways you can say it, but most of them mean the same thing. Okay, let's have a look at our next one. Okay, next one. I'm going to count my groups first of all. So I've got 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 people in each group. 4 groups of 5 is 5, 10, 15, 20, or 20 divided by 5 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. the opposite of each other, okay? Next one. How many vases? So, how many vases is how many groups? We've got 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups of 5 again. 4 groups of 5 is 5, 10, 15, 20. Or, there are 4 groups of 5 in 20. Okay, next one. Jimmy Jiveling is picking flowers. How many vases does he need for them to last for hours? So he needs somewhere to keep these flowers with some water in it, or else they're going to die. So let's look for patterns and see if we can see. Remember, he's a jiveling, so everything he does has to be in 5s. So if he tried to put these in a vase, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not going to work in Planet Jive. He needs to have everything in 5s. But if you look, similar to yesterday actually, look sometimes across the top and down the bottom and look for a pattern. And I can see, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 1 group of 5, 2 groups of 5, 3 groups of 5, 4 groups of 5. 4 groups of 5 is 20. He will need 4 vases because 5 flowers will fit in each vase. Okay, and last little one before I tell you what you're doing today. Can you think of any number questions to ask about the windows? Any questions? My first question would be, how many groups of 5 windows are there? So I'm going to count up the groups. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups of 5 windows. How many windows is there altogether? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. How many 5s is there in 30? There is 6 groups of 5. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, 5 groups, 6 groups, 6 groups of 5 in 30, 6 lots of 5 in 30, 6 sets of 5 in 30. Many different ways of saying it, year 1, okay? So this is what you guys are doing today. I'll have to load it up again because it's disappeared. So open it up. That's your English. I'm going to skip that on to your maths. Okay. So it's the easier version today, okay? So number cards. So cut out all the number cards and cut out all the little number sentence cards, okay? Turn them upside down. If you pick a number card, you need to count out some objects to make that number and then group them in 5. So if I pick this number 15, I'm going to go and get 15 of my toys, 15 pieces of Lego, 15 coins, could be anything, 15 Cheerios, and I'm going to put them in sets of 5. So I'm going to get 15 now. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to see how many groups there are. 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. So there's 3 groups of 5 and 15. You can draw that, you can take a picture of it, just have fun with it. It's just a little bit more practice of what we did yesterday, okay? Then, if you pick one of these cards, one of the groups cards, you have to make that number of 5 and count up and see what the answer is. So if I had 7 groups of 5, go and get your toys and make 7 groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I've made 3 groups of 5, but you would keep going until you've made 7 groups of 5 and then count them all up and see what your answer is. So this one's equals 3 groups. Okay? Then there's a slightly trickier jigsaw sort of style question thing like yesterday. If you want to do that after, you can, but remember, you don't need to do it all, okay? So maybe today, I told you not to cut them out yesterday, or that you didn't have to. Maybe today you could cut all these pieces out, okay? And first thing you need to do is take one of these number cards at the start and make that many groups of 5. So 40, get your toys, lay them out, 40 coins, 40 anything, 40 Cheerios, as I said. Lay them out in rows and then use that to help you solve these problems. And remember, always group your pictures in 5 because that will help you see which bits match up, okay? So that's a little bit trickier. Best of luck with it, okay? See you later on. Shout out to, who will I shout out to today?